What is going on with Algorand or the ALGO token? Why do we suddenly see a rally? Is there a lot of usage on chain? Do we see a lot of adoption? Is that why the price is going up, or what else might trigger this rally? Let's have a look at the on-chain data. Let's try to go beyond the price action and let's see whether or not it still makes sense at the current prices to buy the ALGO token right now. So this is where we are currently at. 50 cents per algo. The price went up by 17% today, 73% this week, and more than 300% this month. Can this rally continue? Now, it's always important to look at this in the grand scheme of things, to zoom out, right? There's a saying, when in doubt, zoom out. Let's do that for Algo as well. Let's look at Algo relative to Bitcoin, because that's the idea with all crypto investments, right? We buy an altcoin in order to get outperformance over Bitcoin. A lot of cryptocurrencies are highly correlated with one another. So when Bitcoin goes up, the altcoins tend to go up as well, and vice versa. In other words, if we buy an altcoin, we really want to get that additional risk compensated. Now, most of the time, unfortunately, that did not play out that well for Algo. So what we've got over here is Algo relative to Bitcoin. And since launch in June of 2019, we have seen an underperformance of 98.4%, even after this recent rally. Now, the rally from bottom to the current price is more than 200%. But again, this is a bit of a blip in an overall marathon of suffering. But can we now maybe turn around? Is this maybe the final bottom? Now, here's one reason why we might be bottoming out. Probably a large contributor to the underperformance was the tokenomics of Algo. In other words, the liquid supply of the Algorand token tended to increase very constantly. And when the supply goes up over time while the demand doesn't grow to the same degree, of course, we do see underperformance. But since July of this year, we don't see any expanding supply anymore. So this is a good condition for some potential outperformance. Now, maybe you know Gary Gensler. Gary Gensler used to be the chairman of the SEC, of the Securities and Exchange Commission, and as such, he sued a lot of crypto companies. And maybe he turned so sour because his investment in Algorand did not pay off. Here, have a look at how much he was endorsing the token.
Sylvia McCally's Algorand, Turing Award winner at MIT that I work with. Sylvia's got a great technology that has the performance you could create Uber on top of it.
And so yeah, subsequently the SEC sued all kinds of crypto companies, also issuers of tokens, including Algorand, by the way. Now let's have a look at the actual usage of the Algorand blockchain. Let's have a look at the number of addresses and of active addresses. So the left chart is simply just cumulative, which tended to grow quite linearly for quite a while. This seems to be not very natural. And now, since September of this year, there seems to be something going on. Now on the right side, interesting enough, we only have a 3-month maximum time window here. We see the number of active addresses, and this tends to spike. This doesn't really look like natural growth to me. There seems to be a few programmers that might be toying around, creating some bots, etc. It doesn't really look like there's real adoption. There's also a mismatch in the tokenomics. So according to metrics.allo.info, the circulating supply is only at 82.9%. So 8.2 billion of the total 10 billion are circulating. But again, on tokenomist.ai, we seem to already have reached the maximum supply. So I'm not sure where this difference is coming from. So let's get to the central question. How much actual usage is there on the blockchain? How much is Algorand used for trading, for example? This is dexscreener.com, and here at the top, we see the 24-hour trading volume on Algorand. It's 7.9 million. Is this a lot? Is this a little? Let's compare. On the Binance Smart Chain, we had 7.8 billion. Not million, but billion. So 1,000 times the amount roughly. On Solana, we had 4.5 billion. On Ethereum, 2 billion. On the base chain, 1.8 billion. So Algorand is pretty much nothing in comparison, and it's still in the billions of dollars in market cap in terms of valuation. The Algorand market cap is currently at 4.15 billion, while at the same time the trading volume on chain per day is at 7 million. And so then the big question is, why do we see that rally recently? Why isn't the price just continuing to decline? Why do we suddenly suddenly see this spike here. Now, here's the thing. Recently, the altcoins are having a very nice run. What we've got over here is the others dominance. So how much of all of crypto is currently in the altcoins that are not in the top 10? And within a month, this went up by roughly 25%. A lot of money from traditional finance is finally flowing into crypto again. The stablecoin market cap tends to rise. It's even accelerating recently. And that's happening since the beginning of October of last year. What we see over here, that's the Terra Luna collapse. This is the Anchor protocol going bust. This is when UST depegged. It started the bear market where also FTX imploded, and then we saw the turnaround at the beginning of October of last year. And now we really see money coming in. All of crypto is going up. This is the bull run. The issue is that especially for the people that just recently start out, most people tend to buy the things that just recently went up. Most people simply buy the things where currently a lot of attention is. But the art in crypto, I believe, is to buy the things before everybody looks at it. Because once, especially the very risky tokens, they are already large, then we mainly see profit taking. For example here, this is the largest meme coins in the pump.fun ecosystem. So that's the launchpad of meme coins on Solana. And just have a look at this, right? This is the performance in the last 7 days. Most of those tokens went down. It's about buying tokens before they become large. For example, over here, this is the GOAT token. It's currently at 70 cents. And I try to be early on this channel, right? I published a video when it was still at 24 cents. And so this is what this channel is all about, right? It's trying to identify tokens that have positive momentum, a lot of organic growth, but at the same time that still have the 2, 3, 4, 5x potential. And so if you want to be early next time, feel free to subscribe over here. I publish videos regularly. Now, how do I find tokens like GOAT early? Why am I so confident that tokens like this can go higher? The answer is wallet tracking. So the blockchain is 100% transparent, and we can have a look at what are other people doing. For example, over here, right? This is a signal today. We see how influencer CryptoGains bought the agent token for 0.035 cents. That was over here. Afterwards, the price went up by 120%. Then, of course, subsequently, it still went down. It's still up since the purchase. But that's how the game works, right? You want to buy tokens that currently have momentum. You want to take profit very early, and you want to buy the things that other influencers buy. You want to buy the things that insiders are buying. You want to buy the things that other top traders are buying. Now here's that influencer, that CryptoGains influencer. He's currently got more than 130,000 subscribers. He's reaching the 140K, and through on-chain analytics, we found a lot of his wallets. We've got 55 of his wallets that we are tracking, where we get alerts whenever he buys or sells something. And so I just had a look at his recent video. This AI agent crypto will 100% make people millions. That's the strawberry token. So that's published just 19 hours ago when the price was at 26 cents. And we got our alert that CryptoGains bought the token for 17 cents. And so subsequently, the price went up by 215%. But surprise, surprise, once the video hits YouTube, it's already too late. We did see quite a correction subsequently. So have a look at this, right? This is actually 17 hours ago, right? This is the top at 11 p.m. Now it's 4 p.m. And this video was published 19 hours ago, but that doesn't really match with the price. So the video was published somewhere when the price was already here. So something happened between recording of the price and publishing of the video on YouTube. And so here's potentially what happened, right? It's just a guess, but probably CryptoGains bought the token. He found it very interesting for whatever reason. He then potentially talked about this in his premium community. Then some of his people might find the token interesting as well, right? It might have been a recommendation to buy, but it's simply just a mention potentially in that community. A lot of his followers buy the token, and they're pushing up the price further and further. And once the YouTube video hits, that's then when they tend to sell. That's probably why we see the recent decline. And so that just shows how much power there is in wallet tracking. With wallet tracking, we can be among the very early buyers. We can buy directly with the influencers, with the insiders, before all of those other people buy in. It's really about getting an edge in crypto. It's really about learning more than others. It's figuring out the data that most people are too lazy to compile or that don't have the capacity to compile. Now I talk now a lot about the single influencer, but it's actually not just crypto gains that we're looking at. For example, check this out. This is Crypto Banter. They've got 1.1 million subscribers. When they talk about a token in a video and thousands of people watch that video, of course this generates attention. Of course this pushes up the price. And so of course we also have some of their wallets. We've got 33 that we are tracking. Well, have a look at this. This is Alex Becker, 1.5 million subscribers. And we've got 12 of his wallets. I really believe this is the way to make money in crypto. It's not drawing random lines on charts, etc. It's getting an information edge. It's working for that information edge. And so that's why I created a tutorial course just on how to find influencer wallets, how to then set up alerts for those influencers, and how to then also interpret the signals that we get from the alerts. It's 8 videos in total, and it's all part of the premium membership of this channel. Now, I do not pump and dump on this audience, right? We are just trying to find information edge outside of the community. Now, premium is not just about wallet tracking. It's also about backtesting indicators. It's also about risk mitigation, portfolio diversification, on-chain analytics. There's more than 100 tutorial videos in total. Once we have a wallet signal, we of course also have to discuss when should we buy, when should we sell. We have to compare our on-chain analytics. That's why we've got the dedicated chats on the individual altcoins as well. So feel free to check it out. It's currently $165 per month. There's also a 1-week money back guarantee. So in case you don't like premium, in case you don't learn anything, just message me within the first 7 days and I will refund you 100%. There's really zero risk for you. Now, does it make sense to buy the ALGO token right now? Does it make sense to jump on this current rally? Is there potential more upside? Is the valuation fair? I don't think that the current rally is driven by natural demand. I do not think that on-chain there is enough usage to justify the market cap. I believe what's going on here is manipulation by the market makers. A lot of centralized exchanges and market makers hold the ALGO token, and those parties have a lot of interest in an increased trading volume, in increased volatility. And when they pump up a token temporarily, this generates a lot of attention, and that attention turns into potential purchases by the small retail guy. Just have a look at who's dominating the trading volume. It's Binance, followed then by Coinbase and by Gate.io and by Bybit and MEXC. It's all those centralized exchanges that own the token. We've also got the perpetual futures market that fuels this rally. Again, dominated by Binance, followed by Bybit and OKX. Algorand is at a market cap of roughly 4 billion. It's more expensive than Arbitrum, for instance. Arbitrum had a trading volume in the last 24 hours by 1 billion, which is 15 times more than what we have seen on Algorand. In other words, I don't think that this is an asset to buy because there's a lot of adoption and we are on a growth trajectory, etc. This is simply just gambling by the market makers. Now, the issue with that gambling is that we can't really anticipate where the price will go, right? They might manipulate it even further up. They might also crash the price. It's pretty much impossible to predict this. That's in the end the idea why they do this. I personally think it's better to buy into tokens where we actually see natural adoption, where we do see quite nice growth and where we still have some upside potential. I believe for Algorand, both is not the case. We don't have a lot of upside potential and we don't have any natural growth either. If you got some value out of this video, feel free to subscribe. I publish regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. See you in the next video or see you in premium. Cheers.